that I was super productive and made a slideshow for you guys. I am going to chat because I was busy today working on my sneak peek and I have my notes right here. So don't worry, I'm not just going to be yapping. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Okay. So I'm not sharing it yet. I'm going to talk for now, but I have my notes, so I'm not just like blabbing on. Okay. So Transform20. I feel like a lot of you guys have been like, okay, Transform20 is out. What do I need to do? Like, I'm kind of talking to people. I just remember, like, even last year, this is my 3rd Christmas that I'm doing Beachbody as a coach. And I remember last year going in 80-day obsession and just feeling like really lost and not really knowing like how to launch it, what to do. There's so much information. 80-day obsession was like mind, like there was so many details in it. Luckily, Transform20 is a little more simple, but still there's all these different challenge packs. You don't really know like what to say. And so I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about like how I'm going to be like working it. So first of all, sorry, my sister just messaged me. I was like, where are you having your baby? So first of all, in December, if you guys haven't noticed, like I've been sick the past couple of days, like literally vomiting my face off. So I've been a little quiet in the group, but otherwise, like I'm still running my sneak peek. I ran a sneak peek literally in the middle of me throwing up. Not my sneak peek, but like my help wanted ads. So like I'm still here, I'm still working. And something that I heard today while I was like doing my personal development is your December determination like determines your next year, right? December is the time where people are going to give up or they're going to like push harder on their gas pedal. So you have to kind of make that decision. Like you guys can feel like maybe coaches that work under you or coaches on our own team page or people in general are MIA. But just because, and Angie said this a couple of times in her calls, just because people are MIA, not necessarily joining you, I promise you they're watching you. People are sitting on their couches with Hallmark Channel on in the background and they are watching what you're doing and they're like, fuck, I really wish that I had the energy right now to work out like she's working out. So I'm telling you guys, like, don't, just because you feel like you're like literally talking to nobody, you're talking to a lot of people and you're setting that example of like, look, I'm busy. Like, this is what I want to scream to the world right now is I'm freaking almost 24 weeks pregnant. I was just throwing up everywhere. I work full time. I'm under construction on my house, which takes up so much time. If I have time to get a 20-minute workout on, you guys can too. And I'm not saying you guys, but like my followers. And I'll kind of say stuff like that. Like, look, you guys, I'm busy, but like, I'm not too busy to take care of me. And even coaches on the team, like if they're like, oh, I've just been really busy, I think I'm going to pull back. I'm like, why would you pull back? That's basically like eating 500 cakes after not eating and being super healthy for the past 3 months. So don't justify like December. My point is don't justify December being a hard month as not hitting your goals. Just push harder on those brakes, on those on that gas pedal. Don't be like, okay, I'll slow down and pull back until January. Because this is where everyone's going to be watching you and you're going to be that unicorn that's working out in December and eating really healthy. Like I was watching Rachel Molig's stories and she was like, oh, I'm going to a Christmas party tonight, but I'm not going to eat bad tonight. Like, this isn't the type of party that I want to eat bad at. And I loved hearing that. Like, hey, you can still eat bad, but like, this isn't the one that I want to waste my time and energy on. Okay, so what I've been doing is attracting my market. And this is something that you guys go through in the beginning of your training is, what are your 5 things that really resonate with you? So right now, for me personally, like, just being busy with the holidays. And I feel like that's something that every single person in the entire world can understand is just being busy, right? Talking about being busy is okay. If you work full time, which I believe all of us work full time or have something else going on in our life. Talk about being busy. Talk about the fact that like, oh my gosh, I thank God for this business. Thank God for these workouts that they're only 20 minutes because I have not stopped today, but I'm still getting this workout on. For me, like being pregnant right now, talking about being pregnant and still getting these workouts done, still working my business, doing it for my future child, working full time, going through construction. Like literally I had to run out and go buy a drain today last minute and it took me an hour out of my day. I'm trying to get this Transform20 nutrition guide up and running for you guys. Like, so I have all these things that I'm trying to get done. So just but talking about it on Instagram and really sharing like who you are and because that's who you're going to attract. And I remember starting off as a brand new coach, and just kind of getting really random people in my challenge groups, getting really random coaches who I didn't really click with. And guess what? None of them are here anymore. But the more I became me, the more I shared my personal life and shared who I was, as well as all my stories on my Instagram, all my posts were not like, I'm a coach and this is really cool and I'm really happy. Like sometimes I have my posts where you guys, if you watch my stories at all, like I literally shared the color of our baby room, and it's been kind of this thing that I've been leading up to. I shared baby kicking today on my Instagram. That's the stuff I get attention from. I don't get attention from me saying, who wants my free workout? It's when I talk about like, oh my gosh, baby's kicking because I just had my pre and now I'm about to do my workout, and then I do my workout and they watch that next story and they're like, oh, I want that free workout. That's cool. So I kind of share a lot about me, and then I like bleep in like little business stuff, right? But you can't do one and not do the other. Like you can't just only share just personal stuff, and you can't just share only business stuff, or else you're not going to progress. Okay, so that's kind of like figure out, like that is step one, and that should be step one in your business in general. Figure out who you are, what you're going to talk about, who you want to attract, and who you want to work with. Because in the beginning, we're kind of running around with our heads cut off, and we're like, I'll take anybody. I want this person. I want this person. I want Success Club 6. Whoever wants me, I'll take them. But I'm telling you, like the more you work on you and who you are, the more you'll attract the people that you should be working with and that you'll click with. Okay, so prepping yourself. This is something that I am really bad at. I'm a really bad prepper. I get really bad anxiety, and I will be like, oh my God, I haven't done anything for Transform 20 yet. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have this team full of girls who like are waiting on me, and holy shit, I'm the worst leader ever. And then Transform 20 comes out, and I'm like, shit, I haven't done anything. I haven't talked about Transform 20 yet, like on my Instagram stories. You guys, it's never too late. Like your followers have no idea when Transform 20 launched. They still have no idea if you haven't talked about it. That Transform 20 hasn't launched. They have no idea that they can buy it because you haven't talked about it. So that launch starts when you start. But having some preparation, like, so the day that it came out, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I should probably start talking about it. And I honestly didn't start talking about it until like 2 or 3 days before it launched. To me, I was watching Bonnie Engle's thing on Beachbody Champions. I don't know if you guys have watched that at all. But she was talking about how she felt like she missed the boat, like because it's such a soft launch. You can't do the workouts yet. So you're kind of talking about this workout that you haven't even really tried, that you haven't really gone through. And that's where I was at last year with 80-Day Obsession. So what I did was I did a workout from the trainer. So last year I did 21 Day Fix leading up until the launch. And then this year I'm doing T25 leading up to the launch. And I'm throwing in like those free workouts that they're doing. So prepping yourself, and really if you're a Facebooker, use Facebook. If you're an IG person, use IG. Instagram stories to me are life. And I feel like old people are now taking over Facebook and young people are staying on Instagram. So use your IG stories, again, in a way of, okay, I'm going to throw in my personal life. I'm going to share me, share what I do. And then I'm going to throw in, hey, I have this free workout, like make it make sense, but really think about, like strategize, like, why am I sharing this right now? What is this going to do? If I were a viewer watching this, what would I take from it? And I watch Emily Favre a lot because she is pregnant. She's like 4 weeks ahead of me. So I kind of watch how she talks about her journey of being pregnant. She just moved. She's got a military husband. So I really relate with her. She's a number 3 in the company, and she kind of popped out of nowhere. So I watch how she's been successful, and I noticed that a lot of her stories, she'll have like 100 stories on at one point, and I personally don't agree with that, but she'll just keep talking and talking and talking. That has absolutely nothing to do with anything, but it's so intriguing. Like I sit there and I just keep like watching her, and I'm like, you're just laying in bed with no makeup on, but I can't stop watching you. So I was like, okay, you know what? I need to start doing that. It's just sharing stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with Beachbody, but then throwing in like, hey, this is how Beachbody has helped me in this situation, right? Yeah, I just saw Rachel's. I do that with her too. Yes, Ashley Molstad does the same thing, and they're coaches together. So to me, they're 1 and number 3. So I'm like, okay, they're doing something right? So I use my IG stories. I'll talk about, oh my gosh, this is construction. Okay, me and my husband did this today. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my workout. So today I got the energized sticks. And so I did a little thing about that. And then I showed baby kicking. And I was like, baby's like being a ninja right now. And then I did my workout and did a poll. So I'm hyping up this new program in a very discreet way. I'm talking about it, but I'm not like throwing it in people's faces. And it's not the only thing on my IG. I'm doing a Shaun T workout, and I'm talking about the fact that I'm doing a workout with this trainer who's coming out with a brand new program that starts in January, and I'm giving away like the energized sticks. They're sitting on my counter right now. I should go grab them. I'm giving away for the first from all my challengers who sign up. I'm going to give away like 3 of the energized sticks and send it to them in the mail as kind of an incentive, as kind of a way of like, hey, thanks for joining me. Like, what's 3 energized sticks, you know, for a person who signs up. So I'm doing Shaun T. I'm sharing those workouts, and I'm talking about the fact that Shaun T. I'm not necessarily saying Shaun T. Like Deanna asked this question, like, do you share that like you're doing Shaun T workouts? You can or you can't. Like, there's no right answer. Emily Favre and Ashley Molstead are the type of people that blurb out Beachbody and they see Beachbody like it's their job, which it is. But then there's people like Angie and Mandy who really don't say the word Beachbody, and they kind of hide and they trickle what they're supposed to be doing. And guess what? All 4 of them are successful. So they're really, it's what you feel comfortable with. There is no right answer. But if you notice that people you're not getting people from doing something one way, then try it another way. Like, just because I do something some way, or Deanna or Rachel or Amanda does something some way, doesn't mean that you can't do it another. Thirdly, for prepping yourself, is if you haven't purchased the T20 bundle, do yourself a favor and do that, because I don't know how you could possibly like show that you're being successful or show that you're doing something or how you could talk about something if you haven't purchased it yourself. That's just like anything. So if you guys don't know, we have Fruit Punch Energized coming out. I think it's in January. I'm looking at Deanna right now because I feel like Deanna knows all of this stuff. I think it's like the beginning of January 4th or something. It's like coming out something early February. Okay, cool. It's February or January. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's actually February. But you guys, like when those come out, you bet your ass like those things are going to be in my orders like that day. Same thing with T20. I ordered it the day that it came out, and I have my step. I'm literally sitting on it right now. And then today I did my workout, and I said in there, like, step not needed. Like, you don't need the step. So I'm going to show some workouts with the step and some without. I'll show some modified as a pregnant lady and some not modified. And then lastly, for prepping yourself, is plan your challenge group. So I am personally going to be starting, even though the package doesn't come out until January 14th. I'm going to start my challenge group on January 7th. Christina and I, after we get through league qualifications, we are going to kind of revamp our challenge groups and how this is done. Ours are getting very, very like boring to us. So we want to kind of start doing something else. Right now we're kind of just focusing on elite and getting through that. So we're going to start our challenge group. I don't even know if she knows this, but I decided, we're going to start it on January 7th, and I'm going to do like a full week of prep. So anybody, and I'm doing this for a reason, anybody who wants to purchase the T20, I have a reason to say we're starting on January 7th. It takes about a week to 2 weeks to get your package. So you need to order now. And that gives me a reason, instead of saying, oh, you're fine to wait. I mean, people can wait, but because they can do the workouts without the step. But I'm telling you guys, people don't feel like they're ready to start until they get that box in the mail. Even though everything is virtual and you can do everything virtually, people feel like once they get that package in the mail, like that's their go. That's their start date. So that's why I'm doing January 7th. I want to do a better job at getting people prepped, getting their measurements, being more on top of my customers, making sure their meal plans are set. Like, I just feel like I could be a better coach to customers because I've been so focused on coaches trying to hit elite this year. And I try and share with you guys like that I have faults, definitely. Like, I'm not on top of everything in this business. So if you feel like that, don't worry, you can still be successful. But realize like what you're failing on and revamp when you can get there. So plan your challenge group date with whoever you're running your challenge group with. Super, super important. So in prepping yourself, hype up the program on your Instagram stories, do a Shaun T workout. I highly recommend doing a Shaun T workout. Purchase the bundle. Please purchase the bundle, not for my sake, for yours. And then plan your challenge group date out and really like think about how you can help your customers. And then next step is starting to reach out to people. And I haven't even physically started I don't know how to say this without you guys thinking that I'm not doing my job. I haven't like so far for T20, because I've still been so like on my coach sneak peeks, T20, I've just been doing the polls and the Instagram stories and getting emails that way with the questions and the polls. Again, I've been doing this for 2 years, so my following is a little different. You guys should be having those conversations right now. And once the elite is kind of coming to an end, I'll be doing those conversations of like asking and building those conversations. But right now, like my success with sending that free workout, getting emails through the, like IG is making it so easy for us, doing the polls, doing the questions box and saying, drop your email here. The second you get somebody's email, I feel like you're gold. And I'm going to show you guys exactly like my steps for how I do this. So using the free sample workout, use it, doing it yourself, doing a cute video and posting that on Instagram. That is honestly how I've found my people so far, my prospects. So, and then talk about how it relates to your life, and how it will make your life better. Because again, that kind of circles back up to your market, right? So for me, I'm kind of talking about the fact that I don't really feel like going to the gym right now. Like I am becoming such a homebody right now, and leaving the house sounds terrible. Like I know Deanna is in Washington and it's freaking cold. Like same with Rachel. And she's like, I don't want to leave the house. Like I just want the heater on. I want to have my step and I just want to do me and do as little as possible. And share the fact like, hey, I'm busy. I just got home from a freaking 10-hour work day. The last thing I want to do is go to the gym. So I'm going to do these workouts. Or if you're like, I love going to the gym still, bring your step to the gym. Show that it's possible to do it anywhere, or modify and don't do it with a step at the gym, but still do the workout. So talking about how it relates, and the fact that like, again, last year, 80-day obsession, these programs could not be any different, was 80 days and it was 6 days a week and it was 60 minutes a day. And it was a really intense nutrition plan. And a lot of people grabbed onto that because it was for the new year. But I'm like, I know for me, like if somebody offered that to me right now, I'd be like, I can't do it because I'm pregnant. You're actually not allowed to do that while you're pregnant. I don't have time right now to have a really strict diet because I'm kind of eating what baby wants. So for me, like T20 is perfect, or Transform20 is perfect. So I talk about that, and I share that and how it relates to me. And then why you love it. Like if you're sitting there, I can't, whenever I'm like scrolling people, my Instagram will still follow people that, like our coaches, and I'll see people and I know that they're coaches and like, they'll be doing their workout, you guys, and they're like straight face. And I'm like, oh my God, do you want to kill yourself right now? Like just throw a little smile at the camera while you're working out. I'm not saying you have to be like look great, but like throw like a little smile at the camera, like, okay, this is really hard, but like I'm going, right? And I swear, like if you look like you're miserable, people are gonna be like, well, fuck that, I don't want to join her. But if you look like you're having kind of a good time, people are gonna be like, oh, cool, she looks like she's having fun. So that is, sorry, Christina, I just saw Christina and it totally threw me off. You're just so pretty. So where am I? How it relates to your life, talk about blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then talk about the VIP group. So we always have a VIP group for brand new coaches who purchase the challenge pack, right? So if you've purchased, I think it's the accessory bundle and above, talk about the fact like, oh my gosh, you guys, again, nobody knows the works, the ins and outs of our business unless they're a coach. So if you say like, oh my gosh, I was invited to a VIP group with Shanti, and he's going to help us go through the 6 weeks, every day, the new, so day one will launch. Day two will come out. Day 3, whereas 80-day obsession, the whole week came out. So they're doing it day by day this time, which I think is, I actually didn't know that until today. And I think that's really, really cool. That's what I've heard, but sometimes I feel like that stuff comes out and then it's not true. But so as much as I know, it's coming out day by day. So we're literally going through this together and talk about that. Like every workout is different. I think there's 30 different workouts over 6 weeks, and every day is going to be a new journey, and we get to do it with the personal trainer himself. Like how cool is that I have Sean T helping me, push me, motivate me, and this accountability group, all because I said yes to this. And make it sound exclusive. I'm telling you guys, urgency and exclusivity. I'm smart, I promise. Make people want to join you like it's nobody's business. And then have your game plan. So this is where I'm going to share my screen and show you guys exactly exactly what I'm doing on my end. And I hope that it helps you guys and you guys can take screenshots. So I have it all prepared because I feel like sometimes I'll do this and I'm not prepared at all. Okay, let me share my screen really quick. Okay, so what I do is I created, and you guys, this is all accessible on my Instagram right now. So this application is accessible on my under my link tree. So I have them fill out this application. So what I do is I come here, and once I'll do my poll or ask for their email, and I will have them fill out this application. Everybody who wants information has to fill out this application. People should not be weird about this. Just be like, hey girl, I'd love to send you some information. I have a really quick questionnaire for you just so I can get to know you and your fitness goals better. Don't be weird, and people don't get weirded out. Because I've heard people be like, oh, they don't like filling out this application. I have people like in my coach sneak peeks that are like, I don't want to give you my information. I'm like, it's literally like probably stuff I could Google and find. Like it's not very serious stuff. It's just like, where are you at with your nutrition? So, and I make it like, oh girl, it just goes to my inbox. I'm the only one who sees it. Don't even worry about it. So I come here and I say, you guys can screenshot this. Hey Hannah, I'm so excited that you are interested in joining our virtual community full of support and guidance. Thanks again for leaving your email with me to learn more about my virtual bootcamp. I really appreciate it. My next bootcamp will start Monday, January 7th. Christina, if you didn't know, it's January 7th. It is. It's going to be focused on getting fit and feeling strong and confident inside and out at the beginning of 2019. As you know, I have a few spots open for this bootcamp and would absolutely love to have you join us. It's going to be so much fun. To get started, I would love if you could fill out this questionnaire so I can get to know you, where you're at right now, and what your goals are. I promise this just stays with me and it's not seen past my eyes. And then they can click on that and it opens them up to the questionnaire. The questionnaire, again, you guys can copy this verbatim. Do not care. I'm not weird about that. I have this little blurb in the beginning to ask for their email, first name, last name. And you guys, the email is so important because that's how I can send stuff. And then I figure out where they're from. I make sure that they're from like the country that we need them to be, their Instagram name. And then I ask them like, what's your fitness level? What nutrition do you like? What are you struggling with? What's your physical goals, nutritional goals? And this question to me is gold. Are you willing to invest financially in yourself and your health in order to reach your desired goals? And that right there tells them, most people click yes or maybe. Nobody really clicks. People click no, then I always start the email like, hey girl, like this does cost, so I just want to let you know, like nothing's free. I don't know why people think shit's free. But this tells me like if they say yes, I'm like, okay, cool. Like they're not going to give me the money objection. If they say maybe, I'm like, all right, they might give me the money objection, but it's a no, not right now if they say no. So I have people fill this out. And then once I get that in, I put all of their information in here. So every time we have a new launch, I make a brand new, what are these called? I can't remember what the word is, pipeline, for that workout. So I come in here and I do the Transform20 opportunity. These are people who leave their information with me, but then never respond. These are people who I've sent the free workout to. Again, this is me, like not really like searching for people. This is people who have come to me, who watch me every single day or whenever on my Instagram stories. I've gotten to everybody. I need to put that person in for fill out application. These are people I've sent the Transform20 email out to, and then these are people who I've followed up, and then I've had one person officially like go through and sign up. So you guys, I'm not like super ahead of the game if you guys think I'm like rolling around in all of the success club points right now. But this makes me feel way more organized, and it tells me like who to track. So I'll be sending out an email to these people tomorrow to follow up with them and be like, hey, I just want to make sure you got my email. I just want to see if you had questions. So what I send people after, so all of these people have filled out the application, right? So what I send people after they fill out the application is this email. And this is long. I'm going to make a video, you guys. Literally every time I'm like on my way to making a video, something comes up. Totally got a cold sore on my face today, or yesterday. So I was like, I'm gonna not look gross when I'm doing this video. So I'll probably do it sometime next week. So in the meantime, I have this email. I don't love this because again, I've told you this before, it's lengthy and I feel like people are squirrels and they lose attention. So my goal is to make a 5-minute video showing my step, talking about the packages, literally just talking about basically what I'm saying. Like, hey, you get access to these workouts, you get access to them for an entire year, you get access to our workouts for an entire year and our groups. everything that's in my email, I want to be able to say, because I feel like people will watch for 5 minutes rather than read for 5 minutes. So I say all this. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, or if you want to email me, I will email this right back to you. But what I do is I take what they said in their application and I switch up that first paragraph. So I always say, I really appreciate you filling out the questionnaire. I feel like I know exactly where you're at and what you're looking for. When I found these programs, I was also at an intermediate point in my workouts, because that's what this girl answered. But I really needed help with the nutrition aspect, such as overeating and not knowing how much to eat, which is exactly what people have filled out in the questionnaire, right? So I asked them right there, like, are you a beginner? I could definitely use some guidance. And then I use the same words that they clicked, okay? So then I know I read their application, and then I'm not just sending a straight up email to them. I knew I wanted to understand what I was eating while also living a fun lifestyle too. And then I used their name again. I hope from watching me throughout my journey on my Instagram, you see that I'm a no BS type of person and truly believe in what I do. I do these groups because they've truly helped me and my challengers so much. With that being said, these programs and getting access to them does come at a cost. If I could give these away for free, I would, but that doesn't hold up much for a business, right? So I'll break it down and have attached a PDF with all the options as well. Then I go into everything that you guys already know. Again, if you email me, I will send this to you exactly. And then this is the PDF that I sent you. This girl's from UK. So I send her, obviously theirs is a little different. I send her the new customer challenge pack PDF. And then obviously I told them the prices. So now they get all freaked out and I don't always get responses back, right? So that's when they go into I sent Transform20 email, and I'll follow up with them and be like, hey girl, I see you read and I started to say, you guys, like, I see you read my email. And that kind of gets people, because they have no idea that I've seen it. And they're probably like, how did you see that you saw my email? But I'm running a business, and I'm sure they're like, nobody has said anything to me. But the second I say, like, hey girl, I've seen you read my email, they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I got really busy. And they usually respond to me. And I started saying stuff like, hey, just remember, like, I'm a human and I would love your response, and nobody likes being ghosted, right? And like, people will be like, oh yeah, shit, she is a human and she did help me. So I'll put them, and I basically keep putting them through the pipeline until hopefully they're signed up or follow up later. So after, depending on what they say, obviously if they say no, I put them into the follow up later. If they say yes, then I have them fill out, just like our coach sneak peeks, a registration form. What is your name? What is your preferred email? I can send you guys the link to this if you guys need it. I have them pick their registration day. It's obviously a little different for customers, because there's no day that they like have to sign up by. Time that works for them, which challenge pack they want to do, and all of that jazz, which you guys have all seen this before. So afterwards, once they get all signed up, this is when the work that I've been working on for the past week, for that nutrition guide. So I'm going to be sending them like how to get started right. I have a PDF for that. And then I'm sending them this new nutrition guide that I've been working on. So literally, you guys, it's really funny because a couple of you guys were like, oh, I'd love a grocery list. And I'm like, you guys know, like, if you guys are watching the recording or you guys don't know, you know there is a grocery list in all of these PDFs already. Because a lot of this I've taken and is already, like, basically I copied and pasted what is in, it's a 33-page PDF, and they throw on Beachbody, obviously throws in, like, you should have performance, you should have hydrate, you should do all of this extra stuff. So I basically took out all the fluff, and then I'm going to add in a lot of the ideas that you guys kind of talked about. So that's what I've been working on. So this is the guide. You guys will all get access to this once it's done. I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to keep it really clean and simple, but like hitting the grocery store, dun, dun, dun. Here's how it works. And I kind of am helping them explain. I'm putting in helpful hints, like highlight all of the foods below that you like or cross off all the foods that you hate. This will help minimize confusion. I'm going to send this to you guys or post it and be like, please tell me what I need to edit. And then I literally copied and pasted, you guys. This is their grocery list. Like, this is it, because you can't tell people you should buy raspberries and blackberries. What if they like strawberries and they hate raspberries, right? Like, let them have that option. But I'm keeping it clean and simple. So this is something that I'm hoping will step up. And this is, once I send this to a customer, I'm going to be like, okay, look over this PDF. I'm going to reach out to you tomorrow and let's figure out what meal plan you're going to be, which one of these bad boys you're going to be. Most women, you guys, are going to be plan A or plan B, right? So so that's what I'll have examples for. Most women that we work with, most women that I work with, obviously there's exceptions, like people can weigh over 200 pounds, but the majority of people that we work with are usually plan A or plan B because they want to lose weight. So I'll have like samples for this. Again, there's samples for Plan A in the PDF that is already in T20. So I have all of this here, easy for them to print up, and then talking about creating their meal plans, tips and tricks. I'm still working on this, obviously. So this is what's in the works and what you guys will be getting access to. So again, I'm taking out all the work. I made the PDFs with the prices on it for you guys. So that's done. You don't have to worry about that. And then I'm making this nutrition thing, and I will send you everything that I'm sending brand new customers. So you guys can literally take it. The only thing that I highly recommend you guys doing on your own is creating that 5-minute video explaining what Transform20 is. And if you feel like you can't explain it in 5 minutes, then you need to do your homework. You need to learn more about it, because that tells me that you don't know enough about it. And I know that because I was that person. I was like, oh, I can't do a video. I'm too confused. If you're confused, research it. Practice a couple times out loud. And if you can't talk about it, then you probably can't talk to people about it through text message either. And that's usually when you start throwing up on people and giving them too much information. So that is, hold on, I think I'm done sharing. So that is like my process of how I'm working with people. And I feel like I've been getting a lot more like good conversations going that are just, I've been flowing a lot more simple than like when I was a coach a year ago. And guess what? It's because I've been a coach for 2 years now that I'm learning from my mistakes. So I will say, we're like wrapping up here, but I will say right now, I talked about this at the very beginning of the call, right now is the most important time for you to be you, sharing you and being consistent. People might not say yes this month, you guys, and I hate December. December is the worst month of the year for this business. But I promise you guys, like January and February and March are the biggest months of the year. Every single person in the world wants to lose weight. Like every person in the world is working on their health and fitness, if you think about it. Like there's nobody that's like, I am so perfect. It's just so hard to like look this good all the time, right? Like even the people who you look at who think you think they're perfect are still constantly working on their health and fitness. There's always something new that they need. So keep doing you. If you feel defeated, which I get it, you guys, like I'm sitting at Success Club 6 right now. Like I think there's 3 of us that have Success Club points on the board. I get December's hard, but like I said, don't justify that. Don't justify December being a hard month as a reason not to hit your goal. Push harder for your goal and just know that like, okay, my hard work now, like, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I want to go watch Hallmark, but like Hallmark you can have on in the background and you will still understand what happens at the end. Even if you haven't been paying attention. The movies are so stupid, but so good, right? But you don't need to like pay attention, and you can still be around your family with your computer and still working and doing this business. So just keep staying motivated, keep doing what you need to do. And I promise you guys, it pays off. Like one of my coaches was talking to me today and they're like, what can I do? Like, what do you recommend? Where I'm at with my business, where I'm at in my business, like where I'm at as a coach. And it's a hard answer to hear, but literally the only reason I'm sitting here as a successful coach is because I never gave up and I never slowed down and I never used a month as an excuse not to do my job as a coach. So I hope that helps. And again, you guys know me, like I'm very transparent. If you guys want an exact email, seal it. I do not care. Like I've done the work, and if you guys want it, just email me. I'm not going to chase after you and ask if you want it. If you're taking the time to watch me, I'm happy to send you guys a quick email with what we are doing. Okay, let me see. Is there anything in here? Making this incredible. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Excuse me. Okay, what does the email look again? Email me, Deanna, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, so if you guys want that stuff, just ask me. Okay, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions about the workout, like, do you guys have anything about Transform20 where you're like, I don't understand this? Ask me questions and feel free. If you guys are good, then I'll let you guys go. One new message. Pretty clear. Cool. Good, Carmen. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for hopping on. I know this is a busy time of year. Next week is Christmas, so obviously we're not going to have a team call next week. And then the week after that, we'll definitely do a team call. So next week we have off for team calls. I am feeling better, so I'm going to be doing hopping on the team page a lot more Sorry, I've been MIA. I've just been trying to do as much as I possibly can. All right, guys, have an awesome night, and I'll post the recording tonight or tomorrow, okay? All right, bye.